lying in bed sometimes, I used to toss and turn a lot, moving into a comfortable position, finding comfortable positions in bed, finding the right mattress, protection, all of that. Well, as I say, after the going away for those five nights away from my bed, I noticed improvement, like as in say, day one. I noticed that the recovery was much quicker, that I wasn't hobbling around in agony that first day, which I was expecting. I mean, it wasn't perfect. It's not a cure or anything like that, but, it almost straight away I noticed, especially after 9 hours sleep, I was like, what? I have a background in degree in psychology and originally massage therapy. So I used to be quite a physical worker. But then as I progressed, I had to move over into using my brain more than my body as my body deteriorated. So I went to university as a mature student and went and studied psychology. So since then, I've been working with in various different roles, children, young people, adults, families, and I've moved on to writing as well as an author to get all of this knowledge out of here onto paper for other people to hopefully learn from it. I used to enjoy gardening. I used to be quite an active person. I used to play squash and tennis and do a lot of swimming and walk a lot. Yes, I did. As from my background in massage therapy, I'd heard, I used to work with energy, did a lot of work with energy, and I knew that grounding was an important part of that, grounding myself and keeping myself connected to the earth. So I was very much aware of that. And I have, when I can, I like to go to the beach and put my feet into the, preferably clean sand and the salt water, because that is also an effective form of grounding. One of the best pure forms of grounding. So when I heard about these grounding mats when they first come out, I wonder if they work. I wasn't sure, and I was very hesitant about getting something that may or may not help. But then I saw your report that you did on a video spiel, and you had the meter. Well, that's convincing me to try it, and that's why I got one, because you were very convincing in that video and showing all the meter and everything going around. So that was what convinced me to actually get one. I am now, as I say, riddled with arthritis in my joints, in my knee, both knees and in my hip. And I've got lots of other injuries too. Inflammation in my hands and in my wrists from all the hard work I used to do. I've had a wide history of working with different roles, jobs around Australia, travelling and doing all the things a young person can do when they can. That night, I slept for 9 hours, that first night. And I have not slept for 9 hours since way back when, since before all of this started, deteriorating my body. And the next night as well, I also slept for 9 hours. So I had two nights of 9 hours sleep, which is very, very different to what I'm usually experiencing. And the inflammation in my legs and everything, because they swelled up and everything, especially after the long drive home. That was the first day I could see it gone down. My legs weren't as swollen as they were. And the next day as well, I could see they'd gone down a lot further. And now they're back to normal, in a hurry. So very quickly. So, very much an improved recovery and not having all that inflammation and agony that I normally would have been in that, requires medication to cope with. Since I've got the mat on my bed, I'm having much better quality sleep. I'm finding I'm having deeper sleep and much less inflammation. I went away to visit family the other week, nearly 2 weeks ago now, and I spent 5 days away, doing uncomfortable things and trying to go out and do it as much as I could while I could with family and going out to dinner, to lunches. They went on walks, which I wasn't up to doing. And so I waited back at the unit while I could. When I got home, it was, I was expecting to have another week or two of recovery when I got back because, even the drive back was, a long way. Well, I wasn't sure if it was a fake thing or, did it actually work? Would I actually get any benefit from it. So I was surprised at how well it was working for me. I'm saying try it. I mean, I was spruiking it while I was away with family. I was spruiking it to them, to saying how well I'd been doing with it, because I have a sister who was in a bad accident many, many years ago, and I'm sure she suffers. We all suffer from a certain amount of arthritis and inflammation from our old injuries. Another brother who had bad knee injury many years ago, and a niece who has chronic fatigue. And I'm just wondering, because I was breaking it to them to get her to try it. So hopefully, maybe she would get some benefit out of it and have some quality of life.